Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel at Niger Hustle. We're starting this year with the amazing Dr. Omotola Ishola Badamasi. She's a veterinary doctor and an agri-entrepreneur who's also an award winner. We've had so many men on the show. It's the first time we're having a woman in the agri sector, and so we really respect, and we're excited to have her here with us, share her story, her hustle, and encourage every one of us to take it seriously, what is going on in the world in the agri sector. You would need to hear that. So stay tuned and keep that dial on. Hit the button if you haven't subscribed. Follow us on all our platforms, all at Niger Hustle. Here we go. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel at Niger Hustle. We're so excited to begin the year 2023 with our very first female agri-entrepreneur from Nigeria, Dr. Omotola Ishola Badamasi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're really excited. We know you're a busy woman, and I must say, congratulations on your recent award as a leading female agripreneur in Africa. So we're very excited to have you on the show. Now we've had
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be
here. We've had a couple of men in the agribusiness talk about the hustle, talk about the industry. So it's for us, it's very exciting to have a female perspective in the business, especially one as yours. So we're going to be asking a few questions, trying to understand the challenges that you've faced or how people can get better at it. And because we have a lot of people in that industry, and it's a really vital part of our economy. Yeah. So for us, every time we have somebody in the agribusiness, in today's world, it's a very vital part of any economy, given what we're facing today in the world with the shortage of food and everything else. So my first question would just be, while we're talking about awards, please tell us about the award. How does it feel to be recognized as a leading woman in the agribusiness in Africa?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I got an award for Sustainable Agribusiness in Africa. Guza is a brand in Ghana. Now, this award celebrates excellence and reward women that are doing exceptionally well in the agricultural sector. I was really excited to have been nominated and eventually presented with the award among all women in Africa. So that was really a big deal for me. And that shows that Africa is actually watching what we are doing, and it means that we are doing exceptionally well, and that's really humbling. And also the fact that it means that this award means that it's the time for us to keep working harder so that other people can see what we are doing and emulate it. Thank you.
Wonderful, well said. When you start, you break a ceiling, a glass ceiling. You don't want it to stop at you. You want more people to do, just come in. Let's just shatter the door open, let more people. So I'm very excited and very proud of you. How did the journey to entrepreneurship start for you? When did you decide to take on this path?
Oh, okay. I would say my journey into entrepreneurship started as a young child, a child that grew up with a grandmother. And I could remember then that we barely buy any of what we consume in the market, from our chicken to the eggs, goats, turkeys, even our vegetables. We harvested all of those things from our backyard. And the most interesting part then was seeing the way these animals multiply quickly, and we will sell some. And when we have to cook some of them and they find their way into our plates, it was super delicious, the unique taste of freshness. So that experience for me as a child had ignited my interest into the agricultural sector and agribusiness, that I quickly pick up a career in veterinary medicine. And after I graduated, I started my own farm with just 100 beds, and today the rest is history.
Wonderful, wonderful. We think it's overrated when people talk about, the freshness of food, or, farming your own produce, you right, whether they're chickens or snails or fish. The feeling, I cannot describe it. You cannot explain it until you've done it. And if you can sell that to somebody, that fresh produce, you feel the same joy that they feel. Like you
Definitely.
so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we when we have men on the show, it's kind of, we never really ask them how they juggle being a father and a business owner. But when we have women, it's not being sexist to ask that question, because as a mom and a career person myself, I know how how stressful it is to be able to do that. People don't really understand it. When we ask it, it's not because we think that why should the woman, but I understand what it is to struggle and balance that, to have your own identity as a business person or career woman, and also be a mom, and to want to take care of your children, make sure that you can find a balance. So how do you juggle being that a wife, mom, business owner? How do you strike that balance? Because most women, they get frustrated with the stress, especially if they don't have any help or support from family around them, or if they're living somewhere where there's no family, or if they don't have a husband who has a very difficult career that takes him away from home. So they want to find their own identity. What kind of, what insight can you give to help them find a balance, to say you're a mom, but you're also a person, you can do this because I have done it?
Okay, thank you very much. I would say women, we are really powerful, and it's God that actually made us so. For us to be able to juggle things together and let's say multitask and be able to wear more than one hat at the same time. So for me, what I do is to try to get organize my plans, then try to have the right balance between parenthood and my profession. And I would say that I have good support system. And my number one support system is my husband. He has been really, really supportive. I must commend him. Because when I have to travel, he tries to help me hold the home together till I comes back. So I would say that whenever I actually need help, I will always ask for one. And overall, is the good support system that I have. And I would always try to create family time, of course. And when I have to travel or I'm at work, I try to, let go of the guilt that I'm not with family. That has kept me.
Exactly, right? It's the guilt that kills you. Like, oh God, I'm a terrible mom. But you need to be an example to your children, and I think about that. I want to be an example, to my children, to people around you, to see that a woman is not just a woman that stays at home. I mean, it's okay to stay at home. Let's not, because you can't put a price to that. People think if you're a housewife, you're not strong. It's the most difficult job. It's the most difficult job to be a housewife. So whatever a woman is doing, whether she's a mom full time or working, we must commend them. It's easier sometimes, I think, to go to work and come back than to just take care of the children, take care of the home. That is a difficult job. So we commend everyone who's chosen a path and they stick to it. Really, we should appreciate them for it. Now, tell us about your brand, Farm360, your brand Farm360 Foodland. Tell us about the brand itself, and what's your vision for the next couple of years?
Okay, thank you. Farm360 Foodland is a baby of Farm360. It's like a subsidiary of Farm360. And what do we do at Farm360? Farm360 is the farm and is an integrated farm, and we are into the production, processing, and marketing of broiler type birds, catfish, vegetables in greenhouses, such as capsicums in varieties of colors, green, yellow, red. We also planted habaneros. We planted tomatoes, big tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, eggplants, and so on. All of these items are planted in the farm, which is the Farm360. So our chicken, we raise them from dayhood until about 6 weeks. They must have attained an average weight of 2 kg, after which they are moved to the processing plant. From the processing plant where we slaughter, we eviscerate, then move to the blast freezer, from the blast freezer to the cold room. By the next day, they are ready for the market. And currently we are at our 800,000 capacity beds per annum. For our fish, we hatch our fish from the nursery. Then after about 3 weeks, they are moved to the main tank where they spend about 3 months. We specialize in producing the melange type of catfish, which is of great demand in Nigeria. People come from all over the country to buy it from the farm. So that is really fast moving. And recently I had a call from Dubai, someone calling me for the catfish. So it's kind of really fast moving and profitable. That's why we decided to do the melange type of fish. Then, of course, our vegetables that we planted are in greenhouses and all of that. Then Farm360 Foodland is a brand, like I said, is a baby of Farm360. That was betted just due to the fact that I love to eat fresh food. And I also ate going to the market due to the noise and the unpleasant way the market women and men display their meat, the fish, the way the flies perch on all of these things. So for me, I knew there would be women like me too that would love to eat fresh. So I decided to solve their problem, and I created the brand Farm360 Foodland. And we have 2 of that in Lagos and 1 in Abuja. Basically, that's what we do for now. Yeah. Then in the next 5 years, yes, of course, I hope to have been able to build our brand to the point where we can, supply 90% of our demand. Because currently at 800,000 is just 25% of our market that we are able to supply. So in the next 5 years, I look forward to being able to have built the brand and expand our capacity such that we will be able to, supply 90%. Even the same thing for the fish. We are currently at 1.1 million capacity. So we are and that is just 25% as well. So we are hoping to be able to have been able to get at least, if not 100%, 90% of our demand to be able to supply. Then also to be able to have Farm360 Foodland as a brand on the international market, somewhere like US, UK, or even Canada.
Hey, don't forget Germany. What are you talking about? We also need some of those. We need some of those, packaging. I'm hoping to get somebody on the show who is focused on the packaging part of business, because packaging is very key, especially for entrepreneurs like yourself, who produce fresh food and want to ship them, package them, storage and everything. I'm hoping to have somebody to talk to us about it, because I think it's a huge challenge for people like you in your business. Now, while we're hoping that you send some to Germany, let me move to my next question. We still talk about COVID and the impact it has, because even in Europe, we still see other aspects of this virus and how the flu and everything is changing, shapes the way business is done. Now, the pandemic and the lockdown, you saw a very significant shift in business operation. How did it impact your business? And, what lessons are you holding on to? Because it happened. We hope it doesn't happen anymore, but who knows what comes after that. So when we design our business, we then have to think about the possibility and how we can better, prepare for anything that might happen. What lessons are you holding on to after the whole drama with COVID?
Honestly, the COVID pandemic period was a trying time for everyone all over the world. And for me, I could remember having tons of chicken in my cold room that I couldn't sell. I lost a lot of money at that time. Why? Because my major customers were not in operations. The eatery, the hotels, the bars, and the restaurants. Nobody is in operation. So I had a lot of my products stuck in the cold room. But luckily for me, because of Farm360 Foodland is the retail outlet, and already we had an online market before the COVID. So we were able to reach out to our customers through the online platform, and they were able to reach out to us. So we could distribute food to them. And in fact, at that time, they weren't asking just for chicken and fish. They were asking for all their groceries. So what we did was to collaborate with so many other farmers, like the yam farmer, the maize farmer, the rice farmer. So we came together to distribute food to people. And I must say, I saw the power of collaboration at that time. So for me, the lesson I took home during that period was that, first of all, you can't go wrong with doing food business. Secondly, people will eat even in the face of pandemic
I
and
was
war.
going to say that people will eat.
And also the fact that it was an eye opener for me that digital is the next thing to go, because what if we didn't have an online presence before that time? And also the takeaway for me then that I preached to everyone I met ever since the COVID was, we must try to start farming what we eat and eat what we farm. What if we couldn't distribute food and the government did allow farmers to move around and visit their farms?
Music to my ears. Music to my ears. It's the same thing that I say to my friends and family. I say, you must learn to grow things. You were talking about habanero pepper. I planted some, over the last summer, and it was really, really good. I was very excited about it. I still have them in my fridge because I plant them, I cut them, and I freeze it so I can have it. Because what if you don't have access to that? We must find creative ways. You don't have to own a huge farm. You can plant things in pots, build things, maybe get our carpenters to work building those kind of things. I have this wooden box that I bought from one of the farmhouse here. And they put a layer of, like a sack at the bottom of it so that the sun can stay and water is not going through like that. So they do that. And then it's like a box and you can shape it divide into 4 parts and plant different things on it. So if you can't afford a greenhouse, you can do that also and put at the backyard and then try to get a net around the things that are growing so birds and stuff don't get into it. But it's something that every Nigerian should consider. It's very, I get what you're saying. But there's nobody bringing food to you. What are you going to do? And maybe we should learn to preserve food storage. Very important. I don't know. They have this glass jars where you can store food in them, and as long as you don't open them, they preserve them over time. To begin to introduce that to Nigeria, which is not a culture that we have, because we have fresh, but also how to preserve those things that go out of season.
Yeah.
So let's hope that a lot of us are learning and more businesses. Nigerians are very good entrepreneurs. They always, when they see a problem, they find a solution and there's a new business in town. So that's something I appreciate as a Nigerian. So we understand that the present administration in Nigeria is doing quite a lot to support agri sector. Has your business been impacted in any way? And if yes, if you want to share with us.
I hear people say there is one support or the other from the government for those in the agricultural sector. I hear it, and I'm not saying one person. And I'm patiently waiting for my turn. I'm waiting for my turn to get my own.
Okay.
But because I have not got it.
So
because
I had a Olu from, I think it was a district food or so here on our platform, and he talked about an association of farmers. He's one of their ESCO members, and he talked about a lot of support in the agri sector. So maybe you can check one of our videos really for the interview we had in details, so you can connect with him, because he talked about a lot of supports that that are open from the government. So I think maybe farmers should come together. Maybe there's something going on.
Maybe there's something going on. Yeah, we need to belong. Yeah.
There should be a strong communication going through people in that sector, because if there's support somewhere, I mean, if they support your business and you're already hiring, a lot of people, young people, women, in your business. So if you have the support that you need, you can hire more people,
Yeah,
and
sure.
use the unemployment rate in the country and give people a chance at
But
something.
I think I got something from Lagos State through the LSETF program, a kind of support.
Talking about getting some form of support from Lagos State, I think that is
Yeah.
very. So I think Lagos State tries to really.
Yes, the
give them-
LSETF program has been really supportive. Yeah.
So what has been, some of the major lessons, since starting your own business?
Okay. I would say for you to be a business owner, you have to really be resilient because challenges will come. And when challenges come in your business, you need to persevere. You need to keep going, and the ability to overcome these challenges will make you a winner.
Awesome.
And also, this careless word that we use around, like, that is your own business, started making a lot of sense to me, because when challenges really comes, it will actually be your own business, because you find yourself standing alone and minding your business at the same time. So for me, it's being perseverance and resilience.
Great.
Yeah.
In terms of, we talked about just quickly the challenges, in the sector. What sort of solutions would you, or advise other young entrepreneurs or females, in the industry, in the sector to do differently? And what kind of solutions would you give to all these, challenges of storage, packaging, transportation, which I'm sure is something you can also identify with?
Okay. For young people in business, first I would like to let them know that they're on the right track. They should keep at what they are doing. That if you are working really hard, you will get to where you want to be. Don't let anyone say otherwise, because I believe you are strong and you are talented. And I also would like female in business to start speaking out more for themselves. We should be able to use our voice. We should be able to use our intelligence and our education to do something and give back to the world, and lift other people up along the way when doing that.
That's the word I was going to say. It's even more now more than ever to raise and lift other women up in business. If it starts
Yeah,
with you, it shouldn't stop with you. That's the
yeah,
point.
definitely.
Thank you. I really commend you for hiring so many women in your business and creating opportunity. Because many people
Okay.
are so lost and don't know where to start from. And it takes one person to give them a chance. And then it breaks, that barrier, that, feeling of impossibility. And it's really very key today to support each other and give each other a voice. If you have a platform, let people be part of it. So thank you for what you're doing. Any last words for us? Those of us who don't know how to farm, or who want to farm, or who like to farm, or who are trying to get into the agri space. Any last words?
Okay. First, I will use this opportunity to call on the stakeholders of agriculture that there is need for us to secure our food system in Nigeria and even the country at large. And no one will do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. So there is need for us to start focusing on our youth, because they are the soul of any agricultural sector. Why? Because the old people are dying, and they are dying with so much knowledge, with so much information. And there's need for us as a youth to try to get closer to these people, to tap into their brains, to extract all of this information and create it in such a way that it will be useful for people in the world, or having youth in agri-techpreneurs to be able to do all of these things for us. And also for the youth, again, there is need for us to start making them have interest in agriculture, to make agriculture sexy for them, because now they believe that agric is dirty, we have to dirty our nails, we have to sweat, we can't get anything out of being part of that.
Look at you, you're all sexy and fine. Look at Farmer Samson, Olu, and the rest of them, Kiki Fan. I mean, these guys are young people. And you guys are really, really good looking people doing great things and making sure we're all
Thank
fed.
you.
I don't know why people think.
Thank you.
So great to have you on the show. And I hope people have learned a thing or two. We're going to keep following your career. And please share information with us. We'll be happy to, broadcast it on our platform, get people involved and people to know what's going on. It takes one to show one, I think. Thanks again for your journey today and for joining us today. And we wish you all the very best in all your endeavors. And we hope to continue following your progress and shouting from the rooftop, getting to agree. It's very key.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you. My name is Dr. Omotola Badamasi. I am the CEO of Farm360 and Farm360 Foodland. This is my hustle. What is yours?
So that was Dr. Badamasi. We really, really had a nice time speaking with her. It's a good way to begin the year. And for us, it's been an exciting one. We hope to get many more Niger hustlers from all over the world. Share your story with us. It might inspire one person, it might make a difference, and it changes the narrative of who we are as a people and how we hustle. And we can do that. You can succeed by doing honest work. And this is the message we bring in this new year. Honest Niger hustle, no matter what you're doing. It is worth speaking about it. It encourages one person to help them make the right decision or to stay on that path of righteousness. Don't forget to follow us on all our platforms, all at Niger Hustle. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And like we always say, what's your hustle?